Okay, two people in almost 50 seconds. Not too bad. They got one like, so one person is actually here, which I believe is the usual. Then wait a couple of more seconds. Just a couple, nigga. It's been a couple. It's 12 seconds now. I just want to make sure niggas is here and that niggas is not a robot. Okay, neck of the woods. What's up? Let me tell you how Instagram tried me, bro. All right, I'm minding my own Negro business. Okay, I'm going to the stroll. I made the search part, and usually what pops up is chicks. Okay, because that's all the Negro does is look at these chicks. Okay, particularly chicks of the bendy variety. Okay, now they have always showed this one video of a lion, basically smashing a female lion. Okay, I didn't ask for this. Okay, I don't even follow lions. I look at rabbits doing hilarious stuff. So what the fuck is a lion coming in at? So I'm already puzzled. Okay, they're trying to set a nigga up. They've been doing this for months. Then tell me why yesterday these motherfuckers, okay, showed two lions again, except it was two lions with a mane doing it. I was like, I'm like, boy, I swear, let me get the phone number to that nigga from Earthbound. Let me get Nest's phone number so I can send a psychic attack over there. Okay, these niggas tried the shit out of me with that one. I never thought I would see some shit like that ever in life. That's how you know people is fucking with nature, just to try to drive home rainbow zombiness. So they do it in nature. No, you taught that motherfucker that shit. You put some in his damn water. Okay, you shot him with a rainbow zombie um, serum. That nigga think he looking at a female lion, and that nigga think that's a female. He think he a female lion. It looked like they was in a controlled environment. Okay, that would piss me off even more. They just capturing animals from nature to make them gay. These niggas are stupid. I was supposed to talk about that earlier, but I just forgot. These niggas is dumb as hell. That was better off just making a lion a rug or something, or some taxidermy or something. These niggas here crazy. Damn, she look good. I'm looking at this one chick, and she got her young pictures up there. Like she got pictures of when she was like a teenager. Look the exact same way she do at 30 years old. I'm like, if that right there is not proof, I don't know what is. Look the exact same way. Her husband hitting that right. He don't deserve that pussy. She in shape. You got a gut. What y'all niggas up to? I ain't got shit to do. I'm just chilling. Pretty much said the point I wanted to say about that. Them niggas, they're tripping. Instagram trolling niggas and shit. There was a YouTube video up a few years ago that talked about people becoming rainbow zombie. It's from several factors: the food, the technology, the media indoctrination. I remember one time people thought this nigga was crazy for saying that they put stuff. It still might be up there. It's probably just hard to find. Like some people, be downloading niggas videos, and it's probably still up there. But they were sharing something on Facebook. What this dude was saying, they put something in the grits to make niggas gay. People like, that's ridiculous. Then somebody's like, they put something in the shampoo to make niggas gay. This is ridiculous. You know they doing this shit. Okay. You can't tell people nothing. People, because they underestimate the lengths people will go through. That's why I don't like talking to people about shit like you. But I talk to people anyway because that's just who I am as a Negro. I'm not finna not be myself, even though I'm around people that I'm not compatible with. You still got to be yourself because they still be themselves, even doing some shit you don't like. Oh, I've been stopped drinking that shit. A lot of soy products have been shown to make men gay and women infertile. Been stopped that shit. Soy milk was a fad, for a minute in like 2007 or something. Uh-huh. And then I'm just thinking like China uses soy in everything. They soy sauce with they rice, soybeans. They just and it makes sense. Because women, women. A lot of women don't like Asian men because they don't think they're masculine. Look, Luke Kane, I'm just saying. I'm just making a point, Luke Kane. I ain't trying to challenge you. I'm just saying. I ain't say it was you, Luke Kane. Okay, I'm just talking about statistics. But that's what That's the stereotype. That's why that was like Bruce Lee broke this stereotype. He got up there and did what he did. Keep in mind, this works on younger boys. A man that's already grown will become gay because he's already in his own mind. I don't put that past none of this shit. I remember seeing this one video of a suspect looking scientist with some hoop earrings, talking about some, but he looked like he was into it. But he was showing how they was able to change a male frog into a female frog or something. I know you know what I'm talking about. They was putting something in the water. They was fucking with the water. And it was fucking with the animals, making the animals gay over there in China somewhere. I forgot exactly where it was at. Man, it was lit early. I don't know what niggas be at. Niggas know they ain't asleep. You niggas know you're not asleep. This might be a short stream because I'm getting low key bored. Right, but I don't know. I'm just kind of freestyling, more or less. I ain't got shit to talk about right now. Now, I already said what I said. Yeah, that sounds low. Oh, I swear, man. Sometimes I be saying the stuff chicks be saying about certain stuff. Sometimes I just gotta, I wouldn't say turn my brain off, but I just gotta ignore that shit. They be tripping. Like, man, I don't know. Maybe I should react to somebody else's stream or something. Let me see if I can pull some up. Um, see who'll be talking about something. That's not on this whack side of YouTube. All right, I guess I'll put on this dude's stream real quick.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Despite the fact that the Red Pill subreddit has been quarantined, absolutely ridiculous by the way, with a little bit of effort you can still access the forum. That's where I found today's post, titled, What I've Learned.
What's your take on white cougar women? It's always been positive. Always been positive. I ain't really got nothing negative to say about them because usually when they white cougars, they be in that BBC. You know, as long as they're just there for sex, it's all good. You know, but for the like, cougars in general, you know, you got to watch them. Cougars are predators, you know, and they shouldn't be trying to get no youngsters. It really is a waste of your body. I remember when I used to tell my mom, I want an older woman. She said, don't get no, you always date younger. That's a waste of your body dating an old woman. I'm like, that is true. That's some real talk right there. There's a couple that's after me at work. They look good. I mean, as long as they ain't playing no games, I don't see why you shouldn't lay your dick on their forehead. They usually be in shape most of the time. See, that's the thing about them white cougars. I would say, you know, if your penis is saying that it wants to rest on her forehead, let your dick land on her forehead, and everybody wins in that scenario. Just listen to your dick in that situation. I want younger women too, but these older women are too crazy, too stupid. I mean, these younger women are too crazy, too stupid. That's what I'm saying. But like I said, the stupid thing about this is, and I hope this don't happen to you, they be acting like they just in it to be a hoe and try to trap you and shit into a relationship or something. Once they like you, then they just trap you with the pussy. Oh, you here now? You're mine now, nigga. I'm like, hold up. In what sense? Everything. I'm like, damn. I was trying to just get my penis rubbed. But to be honest with you, they both act both stupid to me, man. I remember one time, I don't know if he was here last summer on that one stream in the summer. There was this young girl that was possibly about 12 commented. I didn't even know it. We were just basically dogging her the fuck out, you know, because we thought that it was just a regular chick. We didn't know she was young until I said, I'm going to check her page out after I get done with the stream. And they did another stream. Turns out she was a kid. And she was saying the same stuff that these, you know, older trolls be saying as a woman. And I was like, oh, damn, we cuss this girl out and shit. I'm like, look, Sweetie, you should not be on the grown man's channel saying no dumb shit like that. I didn't know you was a kid.
Okay, guys, so we have to do a quick update concerning the Game Gear Micro. I know I just did a video talking about it being announced and a little bit of information, but now
Hold on, they got a game one,
information.
but I don't be feeling Game Gear like that. But yeah, the shit they be saying, like these women, okay, and technically she was not, you know, you get what I'm saying though. She was old enough to know better. And she was literally saying the same exact shit. You can't tell the difference. I really do think that everybody's right about, you know, they never really grow up. Once they get a certain age, that's a done deal. You know, they really do not act no older than 15, which is probably how old the girl's probably between that range, probably about 13, 12, 13, or 15. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of older women do put these young hoes to shame. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I remember I was talking shit while I was walking past this white lady who was about 70 years old. She was just like, I'm like, you know what time it is? I see your little cougar pussy tingling. Oh my gosh, this nigger saying something nice. Oh my god. Okay, but she was like a slim, trim little old white woman with gray hair and with big breasts. Like she'll do anal in the porno or something. Like she'll wear a G-string right up in them tight ass pants. I know she got a G-string or a thong at least. But I'm like, that ain't no excuse. You telling me women just get fat and older. They get older when they metabolism drop. But this bitch don't even have no eggs and she got a better shape than you. This is unacceptable. This bitch is so hot that she cannot be nobody's grandmama at this point. Okay, she can only be the grandmama of her actual grandchildren. Nobody will see her as a grandmama. Okay, they're just gonna see her as the master pussy. This pussy's been maxed out. Experience point 100, level 100 pussy. That's how they gonna see that. The Skyrim, that's what that bitch is. Okay, white hair and everything. If that ain't Skyrim, I don't know what the fuck is. Yep. The older women are also more feminine, so I work with that for now. I mean, like I said, man, you know, we can only do what works best for us. You know, we can only take life as it comes to us, man. You can create your own reality. They just forget that reality got nothing to do with you. You don't create shit. God created everything. Okay, and wherever you're placed, you just got to know how to make the best use of it. You said, well said. I'm just letting it happen natural. Like, you know, like with the white girls and shit. You know, at first I didn't used to like white women. I was like, you white bitch, get your white ass out of my face, you white bitch. I wasn't that racist though. I'm just talking shit. But but I used to talk my shit though, because you know, and you know, because you know, people will be like, you look like you like white girls. So naturally I would say that because I know they insulted me. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I do, nigga. Over your black fat ass. You know. All I know is you can't just tell a man not to like what respects him. You know, that's the opposite sex. That's just not gonna fly. What would Jesus tell me in this scenario? He ain't gonna come down out of heaven and say, date thine tribe because they're black. I bet he wouldn't do that. He would not do me like that. Jesus, he loved me. Okay. Jesus is everybody's friend. He would not do you like that. Jesus has 7 problems. Just take a check. Let me find a check in your area. Jesus, she got blonde hair. You sure? Nigga, I'm Jesus.
Hey guys, how do you feel about squirrels?
Hold on, what the hell?
I, for one, never get bored of watching them.
They run around, racing each other, jumping from tree to tree, fluffing their tails.
And squirrels are funny as hell now. No lie, no cap. I got this one that I'm sure she's 60, but her body looks 27, wears spandex yoga pants and always lines up. Yeah, and that's she flirting. Let's just hope that she's not gonna bullshit you. That's straight out. That's the shit I be talking about right there. When she's facing me straight up, she lights up with, yeah. But once again, these are good signs. Let's just hope that she follow through. Pray that she follow through. Like I said, to this very day, I'm still mad at that 165-year-old black woman I had that had a body of a 30. She just looked like a woman in her prime. I'm like, I said, damn, you're like a 35, like just a 35-year-old lady that's just made for sex. To this very day, I'm mad that my phone got wet. That pissed me off. It was right when I had that transportation to get it because I was struggling. She was like, do you have access to a car? Well, not right now. She still gave me the number. And, and once I had access, my ass go to Florida. Okay. Go to the beach. And the wave hit my pike and it got my phone messed up. Man, I'm mad to this day that I didn't know how to back the shit up. I don't know. How do you keep your contacts from when your phone fuck up? Because I ain't even got my contacts in this phone. This is a new phone. To this day, I'm mad at that shit. That was like, man, that thing, that was crazy. The downside was she lived in the hood. I didn't feel like going all the way down to the Cleveland Avenue. I mean, I was gonna do it though. Like if that's on the way back, I'm like, yeah, I got the car. I would have did the shit out of that. I just didn't plan on going on the bus. I'm like, I don't feel like going all the way over on the bus. You said that's what you came to Origin for, them old white MILFs. Tell you, man, you gotta go where your dick telling you to go. You gotta go where your dick is telling you to go, my nigga. When your mind is right, your dick knows where to go. Just get yourself lined up. Okay. She hot, nigga. Who? For who? How she look? Oh, for real, nigga? I'm just let you lead the way. All right, you said it down in Shitfornia. The same type of white cougars wouldn't have paid me any attention because I'm a black man. Damn, when I was over there in California, like I was in LA and there was some older white women. But then again, when I went to LA, everybody's acting like I was a celebrity. Everybody just like, I'm like, damn, especially you Mexicans. I don't even like you Mexicans over here in Atlanta like that. Y'all bitches. They're like I was on a Schwarzenegger or something, getting off an airplane or something. But it could just be different because you lived in California while I was visiting. You know, people treat you better when you ain't from around there. You're not from around here, are you? I know my variety of niggas, and you ain't the type of nigga that's seen to be born in California. This is something different about your niggatry. Something southern about it. That Trappy's hot sauce I can smell from you too. That's how I can tell you ain't an LA nigga. We over here with Texas Pete. You said, "Oh, I found someone that's attractive to me." She would have just looked like shit. If you lived there, you would literally be Kobe or Snoop to get some respect. Now, the stupid thing about this is when I was in my sister's place, I was over at my sister's house. There was an all black woman. Once again, she was stacked. Okay, but her teeth was fucked up, you know. But you know, like as in she didn't really have any. But everything about her was, damn, I would probably go up in that bitch raw. Like she was stacked. Just on the same level as that lady that I'm mad that number that I don't have no more because of the damn phone and went. Damn, that shit pissed me off. That was a lot of damn work. But and she was down. But anyway, she had so much dick. And she probably don't even care anyway that, you know. So anyway, so she was taller and stuff. So I'm like, man. And I was just walking around like LA. People was looking at me in LA, you know, and when the dudes look at me, I didn't get the feeling that they was gay. They were just kind of like saluting because of my physique being cool and shit. So I was just out there walking around. We was in South Central. And I was just out there going to my sister's car or whatever. And then this black lady I'm talking about, she just started looking. She's like, I'm like, what's up? You know, that's just basically it though. I'm like, shit, you know, and if I didn't have my family all on my ass like that, you know, it probably could have did something. I'm like, man. And that lady there was like, she just had to stop what she was doing. Just, like, why everybody got to be around here? Shit, I'm trying to get my dick sucked. Damn. Yeah, but I didn't spend too long in LA though. But you know, it seemed pretty good. The only now, they ain't gonna lie, like the black women, aside from her, like the young black women was acting just like the black bitches over here. But that could have just been because, you know, that was the hood. That was acting like I wasn't nothing over there. Except for that older black woman, but she looked better than him anyway, body wise. Like she killed them body wise. That bitch was like she'll be in a John's Persons comment. She was like she had natural big titties and a natural fat ass. The waist was right too. It was just right. Well balanced pussy. Dark skin. She ain't have too many teeth in her mouth. That's why I'm like, damn, I really want my dick sucked by a woman that don't have teeth. Damn. Because you know them hoes, a lot of times, you know, them hoes kind of locate and kind of graze your shit a little bit. That's why I really want head from a lady with no teeth, just to see how it feels.
Figure out exactly which word it was that Sami Zayn.
I had a buddy who's and then I had issues with them Asians. Like I ain't like them Asians over there. That was racist over there. At least the ones I ran into. They was on some other shit. But the Mexicans and you know the black girls, some you know like the older black women and the white women at the airport, they was choosing their ass off though. I know that. Like all of them, every last one of them. Let's see, I had a buddy who's not from LA that lived there, saw that I was struggling with women and recommended that I move out of LA That's what everybody tell you to do. And they just say, well, if you're handsome enough, this is a quick plane ticket to solve all your problems. That's what they say to them. And for the most part, I do believe it as long as you go to the right place, pick the right spot. You
Change here for southbound Northern Line service via Charing Cross and northbound service to Edgware from platform 1.
I heard that Washington was crazy. Here's who's really racist in LA: Asians, Hispanics, white folks, of course. But believe it or not, they're not as bad as the Asians, Hispanics. I just know them eight because I was over there at that Asian shop. It was that big supermarket over there near Sam's or something. I was somewhere over there, and it was just horrible over there. I got somebody in trouble while I was over there, but I'm not sure if they really got in trouble. They were just stupid in that store. But no, and I just saw a whole bunch of Mexicans when I was in Sam's. Like the whole store was just on me. I'm like, y'all ain't never seen a nigga before? But then again, I was dressing, with my legs showing, with my shorts and shit. So that could have been why they were just so mesmerized. You know how hoes love a nigga with some nice legs and shit. I'm telling you, you gotta have your skin showing. Beyond limitless. Nigga, what's up? Every group of people takes a shit on black people unless you're Kobe, Snoop, or Drake. They like them. It's all good. It is all good. Just take advantage of this blackout shit. Add the bitch on Instagram and see if she got the black square up there. If she got the black square up there, that might be a good thing. But at the same time, it still might not prove anything. But it's, I still think that's a good indication because they don't have to put it up there. Because some of these bitches ain't putting up there. But at the same time, that's not to say that they're racist if they ain't putting up there. But I'll just play with that observation. Don't worry about it, Beyond Limitless. In California, racists love their black celebrities, at least down south. You're not going to see a racist root. You're not going to see a racist root on their favorite black celebrities. That celebrity has to be white. One of these days, I'm going to put my dick down the throat of one of these racist white girls and make her appreciate black. You know what? And I genuinely believe it. Like I said, to this very day, can nobody tell me that I'm just making this up? If it wasn't for black dick, we would still be in slavery. I'm gonna tell you that now. We put that dick down these bitches' throats. It gave them a new perspective in life. You know what? What are we doing? You know what? Leave at 2 o'clock. I'm gonna distract this nigga here, and y'all can make y'all getaway right there. I bet you $5 that's what it boiled down to. Tell me I'm lying. Like, what's your opinion on it? Because you know, black pussy didn't get us out of that motherfucker. You know, white pussy did. Okay, let's see. Okay, I see what you're talking about. Cause that took like 5 minutes to get up here. To be honest, he said, "No, it's a certain game that you talk about. It has to be discussed in real time." That's what the gym said. I swear you typed that like 12 minutes ago.
It's time.
I'm telling you, man. Once again, like I said, going back to what I'm saying, like I forgot who told me that shit earlier. I think it was Shinobu talking about he was looking at this black MMA dude give an interview, and all the white boys was in the comment discussing how big they think his dick is. You know, gay as fuck, but at the same time, I think the white men really are infatuated with, our junk more than the white woman is. That would it seem like, not only due to their insecurities, okay, but also because of us dicking these women down and they telling us the escape route or created helping us. That's what I really think, though. What is it about these niggas? Ever since he fucked Martha, she hasn't been the same. But she sided with them niggas over me. I lost the whole plantation because this bitch got fucked by a nigger. What is it about that nigger? What is it about BBC that these whores love more than the white meat? They looked at us as aphrodisiac beings that were taboo, still is. Mm-hmm. Like this one time I was on the stream, and these were like you like young white girls too. And she was saying some stuff like, 10 black guys, one white, or something she said. I don't really understand it because it went past me so fast. I'm like, what the hell did she just? I did not expect to hear that shit. And like it was between her and her friend that she was doing the stream with, and they just started laughing. You know, I'm like, so they got a fantasy about being ganged upon by a gang of black dudes, basically low key making a gang bang joke at 15 years old. I was like, hold up, what? Of course, she ain't want to repeat it. You know how hoes do. And like I said, it was very personal because it was like one of them type of streams to where it wasn't a million niggas commenting. It was just probably about 10 people in there. And they responded to a lot of stuff that I was saying. And I was like, hold up. And why would you just say that? Why you did? And a lot of her niggas down there that is white anyway. A lot of people that was talking was white. Something like that. Like, what made you say that? Like right now. Matter of fact, I think she said that after I said, "Do you like black men or something?" She didn't say no. But like I said, I think that most white women, I think they all got a fantasy about that BBC, and they don't want to admit it. I mean, you know, some of them will admit it. A lot of them do admit it, but it's a lot hiding it. If they can switch places with their white nigga, it's like I was saying a while back, tall, dark, and handsome. What the fuck is that? You know, who the fuck says tall? You don't even hear black women say that shit. Tall, dark, and handsome. Damn, she got a nice booty. White men hold esoteric knowledge on the power of dick. That's why they hold it against us because they know more than we do. They had to sit up there and watch it firsthand, all because that nigga had. That's why they were so big on castrating. You remember, like Django even said that too. He didn't say it, but you know, they were just like, y'all just so uncreative. Y'all just infatuated with the black man's dick, always trying to castrate it. So the black man had to give the punishment. He was like, no, we're not gonna cut your dick off. We're gonna do this. Like that. Just let me see if I can pull that up. Because Samuel L. Jackson played that role a little too well. He channeling some niggas. He was probably thinking about every nigga that hated on him when he played that role. Django, Samuel L. Jackson monologue.
Wow. Seem like white folk ain't never had a right idea in their life. It's coming up with all kinds of ways to kill your ass. Now, mind you, most of them ideas had to do with fucking with your phone cards. Now, that may seem like a good idea, but truth is, when you snip a nigga's nuts, most of them bleed out in about 7 minutes. Most of them. Most. Then I says, shit, the niggas we sell to LeQuint Dickey got it worse than that. And they still saying, let's whip him to death. Throw him to the Mandingo. Feed him stone side dog. I said, what's so special about that? We do that shit all the time. Hell fails. The niggas we sell to LeQuint Dickey got it worse than that.
Nah, he pretty much said it, but that nigga's voice is funny as hell though. That nigga that too funny. And like you said, most of it involves cutting off the you know, I'm telling you, they infatuated. the first race or ethnicity that comes to mind when they say tall, dark, and handsome is black man, point blank. Yep. Tall, dark, and handsome. Nigga. And white women just dick watch. They do that type of stuff. They like dick watching black men as a hobby. I'm telling you, man, they crazy. Once again, women just it's enough for her to imagine. Of course, she's gonna be a lot of them gonna be too scared to take it. But I think a white woman, in many ways, will be willing to, see if she actually can take it. But one thing I like about white women is they know how to play with you. Let me tell you that right now. See, let me tell you how white women are with black men. White women are just like the nearest on Game of Thrones with that dragon. That's how they are. Like, you can't make this up. I'm telling you, man. All right, so I got 4 likes. Who else is here? Me, but I don't want to say anything. Hey, this shit funny as hell. I'm scrolling down YouTube, and YouTube suggesting videos of niggas talking shit about women. Okay, and they do thumbnails. Them niggas be looking sad as hell. That shit is so funny. They just be looking like this right here. I don't even think I could do it because I'm laughing. Hold up. Oh man, that shit is funny as hell. Hold on. Okay, they have whatever the hell title is in the thumbnail. Why they got their face up there? Hold up. All right, they be looking like this. Hold up. Hold on. I'm trying not to laugh. This shit is so damn funny. Hold on. They be doing like this. Hold on. That's how they thumbnails be. Oh man, that shit is funny as hell. Why are women so stupid? And I noticed that white women did that type of shit. Like when I was a youngster, like when I was a, I think I was a teenager. I'm like, this white woman just looked at me, just like she was just like she was like, you know what time this is? You know what I want to see? Like I had no, cause like as soon as I caught eye contact with her, I got an erection. I'm like, how the fuck you do that? Like she just got off on it. Like she just walked past. I'm like, some of y'all are sick. Okay, and I don't want you to be cured. Keep doing what you're doing. Oh, so y'all niggas see it's lagging, and y'all that's what's happening. Everybody don't lag. And I probably didn't even hearing what I was saying till now. You said she was at City Hall. Let me tell you what happened to me one time. I was doing a video over there somewhere, like at a police place or whatever, or the courthouse or something. I forgot what the hell it was. Um, and I'm just out there talking my shit, and people walking past, and I'm still just saying. This is when I was still saying faggot on the camera and stuff. Um, but yeah, and there's this white girl listening to everything I was saying, and she just acting like her eyes was getting all big and shit. I'm like, and then she was about to walk over there and talk to me, but she was just like, I'm like, I can't stand you hoes. She was about to approach and get scared and walk off, but she was liking that shit, like, because I was talking about, whatever the hell I was talking about. She was really getting a kick out of it. Hold on, he likes women. Ooh, hey, well, I swear I don't like shit like that with a passion. Oh, I can't stand these people above my head. These neighbors are just horrible. Always hovering over somebody. All right, so who else is still here? What? I guess there's too much lag going on y'all end. When people judge you by first glance, then they get too shocked when they find out everything isn't what it seems. Hold up, I don't even. What is that in response to? Talking about that white girl. I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. Man, that's a dope picture. This nigga's cool. Basically saying what you thought about the next person was accurate. I mean, what about the white girl being scared to come up to me while I was talking all that junk about them rainbow zombies? Even though she was liking, not like she was getting off on him, like, ooh, he like women. And that's the stupid thing is you don't know what people thinking about you. You know, but like when I was in Virginia, I think that's where I was at. Was it in Virginia? Anyway, I was talking to this one black chick. She was fine as heck though. Her boyfriend, her husband is a promoter. Now, what pissed me off is he's over there letting me talk to this chick and all this type of stuff. Look like she'll be DTF, to be honest with you. But my thing is, I believe that they just into bisexual people. Cause she was really staring a nigga down and this type of stuff. Then she even came over there talking to me. I'm like, oh, okay. And she was a stacked black woman, looked like one of those. She looked like a gold digger. You think about what's that lady's name? Think about Jenna Jameson. Was all the shit on her is fake? You can just tell that she get money. She just look like a typical club chick that look like she'll be on one of them flyers that niggas always putting on the flyers. Then turned out that she married. I'm like, damn. And then she was just talking to me. And she was like, what? You're not bi? I'm like, you know damn well I don't even look like I'll play some shit like that. Don't play with me. But she was just so into me. She was like, what, you're not? I'm like, you gotta watch people, you know, because people's minds just ain't right. You know, they like you, so they'll probably just imagine you to whatever the fuck they want you to be or something. They're just weird. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't give a fuck about how people perceive me. You can, like somebody was telling me, you may be tough, but they don't know it. You know, and there's always an asshole talking to you like that. Yeah, but they, stupid bitch. You got to look physically imposing, Negro Ninja. You skinny. I'm like, I ain't skinny, but they don't know that. They wouldn't know that. You know, but he just talking to me like that. Yeah, I'm scared of him. He's swole. I'm like, I beat that nigga's ass. What are you talking about? You know, but it's about what the people know, what the people see. I'm like, oh, it really don't matter to me because I'm confident in my own skin. You can think what you want to think. But as soon as this roundhouse get a hold of you, I'm pretty sure your perception is going to be, you know, a mistake to you at that point. You're going to wish you had a better outlook on the situation. Well, maybe, you know, they're still going to be stupid, but they're going to wish their perception was different. You don't really know what people could be thinking about you, but when your character is the opposite of what they thought, and then they get mad at you instead of taking blame or assuming. Yep. But YouTube tried me. They suggesting some Rainbow Zombie stuff. So disrespectful. Sometimes people do things to you because they know you are exactly what you either claim or portray to be, but they just want to make sure it is that, because seeing is really believing, lack of inner, whatever the hell you're talking about, but I get it. Confidence, or maybe a scenario where they're begging for something real in their presence, is just the way they project it out, is mostly in a negative manner. Sega's huge. Is Sega making a comeback? I wish Sega would make another home console, because I really need Sega to make one, because Sony disappointed me by making a first of all, they fucked up with Last of Us 2, but I already knew they was gonna fuck up. Okay. Because Sony even started putting the Rainbow Zombie in their logo. I'm pretty sure. Let me go to Sony's page on Instagram. Well, PlayStation's page. I'm pretty sure Sony doing that gay shit too. Okay, they don't have the Rainbow Zombie PlayStation logo up right now. Good, but I have seen them do it before. Like that, they did that shit last year. I'm like, please do not let me see a Rainbow Sega logo, please, because I'm. If Sega make another console, I might just have to be a Sega fan. Ice cream rolls, interesting. This is stupid. All right, y'all get kind of silent, very silent. All right, I guess I'm about to wrap this up. I'm out.